Welcome to the third day of Christmas. So yesterday's contest winner is going to be down below in the description. You guys know how this works. You've been doing this for years with me. We're also going to be giving away an Ophidian playmat today. Might not be this playmat, but it's going to be one of the better ones. There's a dragon ruler playmat that I'm going to have. They're not here just yet. They should be here in a couple days. But the good news is one lucky comment winner is going to get it. So if you guys want to get entered in, all you got to do is like, comment this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you guys check out Ophidian playmats if you were looking to pick up a brand new awesome playmat, because actually these bad boys look sweet. Alright guys, let's dig into what you came for. Another spicy deck profile. Let's do this, shall we? Alright, welcome back to the 12 days of Christmas. And, well, these deck profiles are literally, this series should be called the 12 days of Akenos, because literally everything that we have, not everything, but a chunk of the new support that we have is because of him. So, the next list for today is, of course, Archlord Christian. And as I said before, if you guys want to get into today's contest, all you have to do is like, comment, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And that support makes me enjoy doing what I'm doing for the 12 days of Christmas. And, of course, makes my life a little bit better. So, this is a Melodious deck profile starring some of our rather new interesting support. So, if you guys don't know, we get Bloom Diva, the Melodious Virtuoso. And it's 2 fairy monsters to make it. 100% generic, by the way. If this card is link summoned, you can discard 1 card to special summon 2 Melodious monsters with different levels from your deck in defense mode to your zones that this card points to. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect, except for Melodious monsters. And you can only use the effect of Bloom the Harmonious Melodious Virtuoso once per turn. If a Melodious monster this card points to attacks, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. My only complaint about this, though, is if I do this, I'm not going to be able to special summon my Christia. But that's fine, because this card, quite honestly, makes things a little bit easier. We also get the new Herald of Mirages. It's 2 monsters with the same type and attribute, except for tokens. And when a spell or trap card or effect is activated, you get to send 1 fairy from your hand to the graveyard to negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. If this card in your possession is sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card, you can add up to 2 ritual monster and or ritual spells with different names. We don't care about that. We care about the fact that we have a walking, talking negator for our deck. And being able to just freely negate anything that our opponent does, seems kind of worth it in the long run. But Melodious getting this little spicy push out of the Linked Vrains 3-pack kind of made players want to revisit this. Literally on a Link 2 body, it can be hard to establish, but it really just depends on how your game goes, how you're going to stick monsters on the field. You know, this whole standard jazz that you get when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because also, if your opponent Ash Blossoms this, it's the biggest fear I have when I'm looking at wanting to play Melodious, is 1 clean Ash Blossom shuts down the entire deck strategy. So you best be hoping that you're not getting the total blunt end of it, because if you do, it's game over. So we have 1 copy of Archlord Christia. This is going to be your backup. If you do meet the requirements for the 4 fairies, you get a free drop. If not, it's a standard dual tribute summon. But having a monster built into the deck that you can floodgate your opponent out and deny them the chance to play the game, well, absolutely. We have 2 copies of Elegy, the Melodious Diva. So, special summon Melodious monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. And if this card was special summoned, all your fairy monsters will get a 300 buff. The thing we care about here is we get that continuous protection effect for Melodious monsters. Now, this is the one that most people are familiar with. Aria, the Melodious Diva. So when this card is this special summon card is on the field, Melodious monster you control cannot be targeted or destroyed by battle. So basically, just drop this on the field in defense mode, and your opponent is like, what do I do to this? Nice little soft lock. Then we have triple copies of Solo, the Melodious Songstress. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is destroyed by battle, it's sent to the graveyard. Special summon one Melodious monster from your deck. Yield, Battle Recruiter, and a free special summon, by the way. Then we have triple copies of Kanan, the Melodious Diva. So if you control a Melodious monster, you can special summon this card. You can only special summon one Kanan once per turn. And once per turn, target one Melodious monster you control changes battle position. Did anybody say that these two get me to my link to? Then we have one copy of Serenade. So this card is treated as true tributes for the tribute summon of a fairy monster. Oh wow, hey, Christia. After this special summon card to your side of the field, you can normal summon one Melodious monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summoner set, but dual tributes for Christia. And then the additional normal summon is pretty good if you have to special it. We have triple Sonata. So if you control a Melodious monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. While this special summon card is on your field, you get a 500 buff for fairy type monsters, which turning these into bigger creatures is really good. And then we have triple copies of Score. So during damage calculation, in either player's turn, if a Melodious monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Change that opponent's monster's attack and defense to 0 until the end of the turn. That seems really good. So I get a free blink, and I'm able to run over any sort of threat that's on my opponent's field. Alright, standard 1-for-1 for getting out our little monsters. And then we have triple copies of Ostionato. So if you control no monsters, you get to fusion summon one Melodious fusion monster from your extra deck using 2 monsters from your hand or deck as fusion material. And then, during the end phase of this turn, destroy the fusion summon monster by this effect. And all of the materials that were used for the fusion summon are special summoned. Ooh, nice soft luck we got going on there. This card, like I'm saying, this card is the heart and soul of the deck. Now I have triple copies of Pot of Desires, one Upstart. Then we have 2 copies of the first movement solo. So control no monster, you get to special summon one level 4 lower Melodious monster from your hand or deck. And then you cannot special summon the rest of this turn except for Melodious monsters. Then we have triple copies of Called by the Grave. And then we start getting into the traps here. So we have triple copies of Super Team Buddy Force. So you can target one monster on the field, special summon one monster from your hand or graveyard, the same original type as that monster, but with a different original name. This card, in its owner's spell and trap card zone, is destroyed by an opponent's card. You can set one Super Team Buddy Force directly from your deck. It seems really good getting to summon back more of my divas and trigger more of their effects. Then I have 2 copies of World Legacy Awakens. Immediately after this effect resolves, you get to link summon using monsters that I control. Well, that actually seems pretty good, actually. They have triple copies of Trap Trick to resolve either copies of these as we're stepping through the boundaries here. Because getting a quick effect special summon for one of your link monsters for disruption or something like that is definitely worth it. Extra decker with 1 Herald of Mirages, 2 copies of Bloom, the Harmonist of the Melodious Virtuoso, 1 Hippochigan, 1 copy of Dagda, 1 Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, 1 Foxy Glove, 1 Boral Sword, and 1 Borlode. Then we have the 2 copies of the Bloom Diva, the Melodious Choir. So this is 1 Maestra plus 1 Melodious monster. This thing can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. You take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. This card battles a special summoned monster after damage calculation. You get to inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between the original attack of that monster and this card. And if you do destroy that opponent's monster, this card is bonkers good, actually. And then we have 2 copies of just the generic 2 Melodious monsters. During either player's turn, target up to 3 cards in the graveyard and banish them, and this gets a 200 buff for each, which is pretty alright. And then we got the little Melodious Maestra plus 1 or more Melodious monsters. Remember, that summoning condition for 1 or more is important. So this gets 300 attack and defense for each fusion material used for its fusion summon. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. And if this fusion summon card is sent to the graveyard, target 1 Melodious monster in the graveyard and add it back to your hand. So if you go the Ostionato turn and you make this, and when it splits back up into the multiple monsters, you get to recur something further back to your hand. So the good news here is you get rewarded for having the multiple cards already set up for your play. And I actually quite like that. The side deck here is very basic. We have triple Gamma Seal, 2 Scythe, 2 Lancia, 2 Sanctum. Once again, you have the Trap Trick to kind of bypass that and take more advantage of it. Triple Evenly Matched and triple copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up this Melodious deck profile. As I said, this is something a little bit more spicy for the 12 days. If you want to get entered in today's contest, though, all you got to do is like this video, make sure you comment down below to get entered, and make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel And if you guys would be so kind, check out our friends at Ophidian Playmats as well. Link will be down below. Many of you guys are always constantly asking for new playmats and things like that, what new designs are available. And this is a fantastic opportunity for you to do just that. Alright guys, I'll see you back on day 4. Alright guys, peace out. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanColt40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.